I first met Bernard. It was a gig I had here in Chicago. I never forget that day because I was playing and I went outside and he went with me. And next thing I know is we got a standing ovation. I didn't know we got a standing ovation. We got a standing ovation. People just stood up and hollered. Then the next time I played with him, we worked somewhere where he was on the bill and I was on the bill. Mm-hmm. But he was the headliner. Mm-hmm. And I got paid, and Bernard Purdie, he gave me some more money.
Wow.
Than what I got paid for it. That's how the friendship that I had with him. Mm-hmm. And then that was the end of Bernard Purdie and I until we got together with Mike Allemana.
I remember I asked you about Bernard Purdie. We were sitting here rehearsing. I asked you about Bernard, and you told me about playing with him, and you said about his beat. And so I went online and looked at his website and just sent him an email to see if he'd be interested in playing with us at the Green Mill. And he called me on Thanksgiving Day. And he says, "Hey, Mike." I said, "Yes, this is Bernard Purdie." And I was like, "What?" And he said, "Well, I wanted to call you, but I figured Thanksgiving you'd be home."
You figured that out, right?
So I called Dave Gemolo, and Dave was like, "Okay, let's hook it up." And when we
you sound just like him.
Yeah. Well, he's like, "Hey, okay, Mike." And then
you sound just like him.
Yeah. So after Mike Reed came up with the idea of us being together, right, over at Constellation.
Mike Reed.
You know, I had played 15 years with your brother.
Oh, get put that in there.
And it was almost a year after he had passed that Mike came up with the idea of bringing Vaughn's guitar player and Vaughn's brother, the guitar player, together.
Oh, yeah. And you called me and said, "George, I went to see Mike Reed and let's see about a gig, and he wants you and I to get together. Is that okay with you?" I said, "Sure it is." Right. Constellation Club. Mm-hmm. I never forget that because we had about 3 people there.
That first night was bad.
Yeah, and we got paid, and I started calling Mike Reed Santa Claus because I didn't say he was going to pay us in the band and the bartenders and so forth and so on, but he paid us all, and we got paid. And at that, I've been in his corner ever since. And incidentally, the new album is called
Live at the Green Mill.
Live at the Green Mill.
Every song we recorded is yours. And you and I sat down here and we listened to all the tracks.
Oh my goodness, I'll never forget.
Because we recorded
in the dining room
6 sets. We recorded over 2 nights, and each of those sets is over an hour long.
You know, I never thought any of this stuff would ever happen.
It took for a long time. It took us 2 years to put it out.
Well, it took none.
I wanted to talk about Pete Benson as an organist and how he and Bernard play together.
They play like they've been playing together for years.
Yeah.
What I mean by that, I mean they both swing. Mm-hmm. And they fit
really
together.
Do. Yep.
And they both have a wonderful sense of rhythm. Mm-hmm. When we first got together at Green Mill, I knew then that we was going to have a good time.
Yeah.
And somehow or another, it worked out fine. And it came across on the record.
Yep.
The record, what's the name of this record again?
Live at the Green Mill.
Live at the Green Mill. So keep that in mind. And I say one thing: you'll pat your feet somewhere along. You'll pat your foot somewhere along doing the playing of the album. You're gonna do something.
Yeah, because Bernard Purdie.
You're not just gonna sit there and say, mm-hmm. It's not that kind of a deal. You're gonna do something.
It's pretty groovy.
Yeah, it's groovy.
It's groovy.
Come on, now, it's groovy.
It's groovy.
Exciting.
Our new album is on Ears&Eyes Records, Live at the Green Mill with Bernard Purdie on drums and Pete Benson on organ. And it's available now in vinyl and digital download.